Hey everyone, welcome to my library. My name is Melissa, and today I'm coming to you with my summer TBR as well as a quick life update to share with you the exciting news that I am having another baby. I'm so excited. So yeah, this will be baby number 2 for us, and it's another boy, we already know. And yeah, I'm due in early November. So yeah, very exciting. Sam's gonna have a little brother, and they're gonna be super close in age, around 18 and a half months apart. So yeah, I assume they're gonna be best friends. I know they will be. And yeah, it's gonna be great. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to quickly announce that and share with you guys what I plan to read this summer. Hopefully get to most of these. We'll see. I mean, it's a very lofty TBR, but I hope to have a lot of time this summer to read, so fingers crossed. But let's get into it now that I've made that quick announcement. There's no particular order to these. I just pulled things from my shelves that I knew I wanted to read. Most of them are probably going to be pretty obvious to you guys because they're most of them are continuations in series, so just throwing that out there. But I am making this my TBR, loose TBR, for basically June through the end of August. So yeah, we will see what we can get to. But yeah, let me just start. So I pulled another Mary Balog from my shelves because I have a whole lot of hers now that I want to read, and this is the first in the Westcott series of her books, and this is Someone to Love. And this is narrated on audio by Rosalind Landor, so I might read it that way as well. We'll see, but I do have a physical copy, and it's like a brand new pristine physical copy, so I'm tempted to read this physically. But yeah, so definitely want to continue reading her since she is basically my new favorite historical romance author besides Lavril Spencer. So yeah, here's this book. Continuing on the historical romance train, this is the second book in the Seven Brides series by Lee Greenwood. He's actually a male romance author, which I think is so cool. Very unique, not a lot of those. But yeah, so this is the second book in the series, and this is a Seven Brides for Seven Brothers retelling set in Texas. I loved the first one. The first one is Rose. I actually listened to it on audio. It was like they renamed all of the books when they came out with audio production, so I can't even remember what it was called on audio. But anyways, I want to read this physically since I own them now. So this is Fern, and yeah, it's going to be the story of James, and he's the one that I think he was missing in the first book. Like he was doing his thing in Boston, and so I don't think we've met him yet, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, so this is the second book. Love the cover. Love that I got all of these books in like the original covers with the gilded letters. I just think it's really pretty. So okay, so there's that one. Okay, maybe you'd call this historical romance, historical saga, family saga. I don't really know. Probably historical romance. But I want to read more Alexandra Ripley. I read Scarlet was it last year or 2 years ago now? Oh my gosh, I think it was last year. 2 years? Oh, but I loved her portrayal of that Gone with the Wind retelling. It was a sequel to Gone with the Wind, and it was kind of like the official, unofficial sequel. But this is like her own imagining. So this is obviously set in the South, and I think it's post-Civil War, so it's basically like how the South and the people in this city adjusted to all of the changes happening. And it's thick, so it's gonna take me a while, but it's been on my shelves staring at me and wanting to be read. So I need to read it. And this is the first in a series as well. I think a trilogy actually, and I own the second one. So if I like it, I have more to read. So yes, there's this one. This is also the second in a series, and that is the Kent Family Chronicles. I can't believe I still haven't continued on in this. It's bugging me so bad. Yeah, so the next one is called The Rebels by John Jakes. And this continues the story of Philip Kent. He's the hero in the first book, and it's pre-Revolutionary War in that book and kind of the start of it. And then this one is going to be like the full out war and what's going on there. So yeah, I'm very excited. I actually read the first chapter of it like a month ago just for fun to see how it was. And I was immediately like wanting to read more and intrigued. So yeah, I definitely want to get to this, and it's going to be priority for me for sure. So there's this one. Okay. The next one is a historical fiction book, but it's by my favorite author of my favorite book last year. My favorite author. The author of my favorite book last year, and that is Genevieve Graham. And this is Tides of Honor. And yeah, this is the start of a sort of, it's not a series per se, but I know she like links them all, like they're all kind of somehow related to each other, in like, I think generationally somehow. But anyways, yeah, Tides of Honor is the book I want to read next by her. I love this cover so much, and it's rather thick as well, so that makes me excited. She writes Canadian historical fiction, so I know that's what this will be. It says, in the summer of 1916, Private Daniel Baker marches into battle with the boys of Nova Scotia's 25th Battalion. So yeah, so I know it's going to be Canadian, and it's also obviously going to be a love story, so I am here for it all the way. So excited. So yeah, here's the next one. Speaking of historical fiction, this one I do not own physically, but it is like literally I'm going to read this once I finish the book I'm currently reading, and that is Playing It Safe by Ashley Weaver. So this is the third book in the Electra McDonald series. I love this series so much. As you guys know, it is a historical mystery series with a heavy subplot of romance in it, and it's a World War II set, and it is so good. The banter between Major Ramsey and Electra is fire. It's amazing. And from what I hear from some close friends who have read it, it gets really heated up, this book. So I'm here for it. I'm so excited. And it actually just barely got released last week, and so I pre-ordered it on my Kindle. It showed up. I was so tempted to read it. I even read like 3 pages of it, but then I knew I needed to finish the 2 books I'm reading currently. Like, I hate having a lot of books like on the go. I can barely handle 2. So I knew I needed to finish those before I started this. So anyways, it's next, but I'm stoked. I'm so excited. It is my most anticipated release of this year. So yes, that one will be read for sure. Okay. And then speaking of the book I'm currently reading, it is, I literally always forget the title, This Calder Sky by Janet Daly. It's the 3rd book in the Calder series. And the next installment in this series that I'm already planning to read is Calder Born, Calder Bred. I have an impeccably kept up condition book edition of this that I'm stoked to read. But this is gonna continue in the Calder saga. Each one is a new like generation essentially. And this is Yellowstone meets historical romance. It's so good, so good. And I've so enjoyed my time reading this Calder Sky. So yeah, I know I'm gonna have fun reading this one. And yeah, this cover is awesome. It's so great. Anyways, so yeah, so I am stoked about this. There's the next one. Okay, a couple classics. Shifting from family sagas, historical fiction, historical romance, we're going to classics. The next Anne book I need to read is Anne's House of Dreams, which is one of my absolute favorites. I'm so excited, and I love this cover so much, so much. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this. I've been on a slow reread of this series, like very slow. And every time I pick one up, it is such a joy, and always brings a smile to my face, especially because this one has a lot of Gilbert in it. And I know it's when they start out their new life together, and I just can't wait. So definitely on the list, and definitely gonna read it in this beautiful copy. So there's this one. The next classic that I want to read this summer is the next book in the Palliser series from Anthony Trollope. So the next book is titled Phineas Finn. I literally have no idea what this is about at all. I just know I really enjoyed the first book, Can You Forgive Her? I loved it. I loved his writing so much, thought it was amazing. And I have these little tiny like Oxford edition books of this series that I just think are so like easy to read from. And anyways, yeah, this is another thick one too, so it's gonna take me a while. A lot of these are thick books, so like the reality of getting to all of these is pretty slim, but we'll try. So yeah, this is definitely on the list too though. So I'm excited and eager to read more from Trollope. And then, would you classify this as a classic, modern classic? I don't know, but the next book in the Poldark series, I literally had to stop in the middle of. I was this much through to continue with the other books I was reading and make sure I finished those first. And so this one has just been sitting there. Warligan has been side-eyeing me, obviously, wanting me to read this. But yeah, this is Warligan. And I know that this is basically about Ross Poldark's enemy, sworn enemy, and I don't know anything else, basically. It was just kind of like how he is adjusting to the fact that he is being... what is the word I'm trying to look for? Kind of shunned, essentially, from any of Ross's acquaintances, and maybe wrongfully so. I don't know. So yeah, I'm eager to see where this story goes, and I really am sad that I haven't gotten to this yet, so it needs to happen. But yeah, so here's the next one. And other than that, those are kind of just like my radar books, the ones that I have on my TBR card over here, that are staring me in the face to read. But as always, I am a mood reader at heart, so all of this might change, and I might just pick up other books from my shelves that I am more excited about. I am very loose with my TBRs, essentially. Oh, there goes the Roomba. Maybe that means I need to stop. But anyways, I should stop this video. That's my TBR. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and please let me know in the comments below what you have on your TBR for the summer, or if you're just mood reading your way through the summer, that's totally cool too. And with all that being said, please like and comment and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!